Welcome back, dear all. In our next lecture of Introduction to Ecology, in that specifically we'll be studying the biosphere. Now, in our previous lecture, we already studied the ecosystem, different types of ecosystem, size of the ecosystem, structural components of the ecosystem, even characteristics of ecosystem. We already studied in our previous lecture. Now, in this lecture, we'll be focusing on the biosphere. Okay. Now, what is the biosphere? So, biosphere, it can be defined as a part of the earth and atmosphere in which many smaller ecosystems are exist and operate. Okay. So, as far as it is known, the life exists on the earth because it has all the physical conditions necessary for sustaining the life. Okay, so the earth that supports life because all the physical conditions required to support the life are present on the earth. Hence, on the earth, life is exist. In other words, it is the environment of earth which makes it possible for sustaining life on the earth. Even on earth, the optimal conditions for sustenance of life are only found in certain areas. Okay. Also, all types of environments are not favorable to all kinds of organisms, right? All kinds of environment are not favorable to all kinds of organisms. For example, aquatic organisms cannot survive on the land, and the terrestrial organisms cannot survive in the water, right? So, the biosphere includes many distinct ecosystems, such as a tropical ecosystem, even temperate deciduous ecosystem, forest ecosystem, even grassland ecosystem, desert, tundra ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem like marine and marine bodies or marine water ecosystem. So, in other words, we can say on the planet Earth, different types of ecosystems are present. Okay, and these all ecosystems are present where they are present in the biosphere. Now, how the biosphere they form? What is the meaning of a biosphere? What are the components, structural components of the biosphere? Now, if you see the Earth, Earth has three main components, right? The liquid component called as a hydrosphere, solid component called as a lithosphere, and the gaseous component called as the atmosphere. But only the atmosphere is not sufficient to harbor the life. Only the water is not alone sufficient to harbor the life, and only the soil or solid component is not sufficient to support the life system. So in short, all these three components, they are equally important for sustaining the life on the planet Earth, right? So water is also essential. So part of water is that soil is also important. Part of soil, that is lithosphere, is included, and atmosphere gases, they are also important equally for the life. So all together, that is atmosphere means the gases, water, and the soil all together forms a entity, complete entity. That complete entity, complete structure is said to be the biosphere. Now this biosphere is going to support, going to have all the necessary requirement to support the life. It supports the life. It has a gases, it has the water, it has a soil for supporting the life system, right? So whatever life is exist, that is exist in the biosphere. Okay, and in this biosphere, number of different types of ecosystems they exist. Smaller, larger ecosystems they exist. They run successfully in this biosphere. Say aquatic ecosystem is also there. The soil ecosystem is there. The terrestrial ecosystem is there. Aerial ecosystem is there. Okay, so varieties of different types of ecosystems they exist, smaller or larger, all together exist in a biosphere. So biosphere is going to be the heart for the ecosystem, right? So it supports the life on the planet Earth. Now, here I have cited one very beautiful example of the biosphere. Now here in this case, you can see clearly the, what is this? Lithosphere, means a solid component, means a soil. Then here is the hydrosphere, means a liquid component, that means water. Then here is what? Here is the atmosphere, that means a gaseous component. And what this frame indicate? What does it indicate? It indicates the all together, three components all together, soil, water and gaseous component all together forms the biosphere. Very good. Okay, it forms a biosphere. And why not we have shown here the life, here life and here life. See, this concept is totally different. It doesn't mean in the water no life is there. There is a life in the water. Aquatic plants are there, aquatic animals are there. In the soil, plants are there, even soil insect, soil animals are there, right? And on the, means in the gaseous environment, atmosphere, birds they are living, insects they are living, but it doesn't mean that this entire alone environment, atmosphere alone is sufficient to harbor the life. But for sustaining the life, for formation and maintenance of the living things on the planet Earth, all the components they are equally important. Like soil is also required, water is required, atmosphere, gases are required, right? So I have cited this beautiful example of the plant. All together, all the things they are necessary for the life. Though the plants they observe on the land, means as a part of the terrestrial ecosystem, but still they require the water. So for example, you have a plant in your garden, right? And to this plant of your garden, don't give water for few days. What will happen? Tell me what will happen if you don't give water to the plant present in your garden for few days. The plant will start drying. Very good, right? The plant will start drying because of absence of water. So water is important for maintaining the life, for sustaining the life. Water is important. Now we'll take an example for the atmosphere. Say this plant again of your garden kept in the vacuum where there is no gases, no free oxygen, no carbon dioxide, no radiation, nothing is there. What will happen? Will it survive for long? Will it going to grow in height? Will it going to synthesize its food material? Will it? No, it will not. Why? Because it is not getting the gases for the photosynthesis, not getting sun radiation for photosynthesis. Then how it will going to synthesize the food material? It cannot synthesize food material. Ultimately, this plant will die off, right? And in another case, if soil, that is lithosphere what it has the minerals, it has nutrients, right? Means the maximum of biotic components are there. If you don't give them solid base, or if you don't give the nutrient, or you can say minerals or abiotic component to this plant will survive for a little more, but it cannot grow further. So ultimately, the life of this plant will be in danger. So for sustaining life on the planet Earth, all the three components of the biosphere are equally important. Atmosphere is also equally important. Hydrosphere and lithosphere, they all are equally important. No doubt, in every sphere there is a separate ecosystem exist. Like, say, we'll take another one example for understanding this concept. So what it indicates, this square bracket, this rectangular bracket indicates the biosphere, where life is present, where life is going to flourish. Okay, now let's go ahead. Right, here I have cited examples of some ecosystem, right? Examples of some ecosystem. Here, what is the example of this? Which kind of ecosystem it is? It is a terrestrial ecosystem, right? And what is the example of this? Means which kind of ecosystem it is? Aquatic or oceanic ecosystem. And this one is plant ecosystem, or the what? Yes, it is plant ecosystem, or you can say aerial ecosystem. Okay, now this terrestrial, oceanic and arboreal, that is plant ecosystem. Let's go back. Terrestrial, that is lithosphere, okay, where this first ecosystem is there. Then in the hydrosphere, oceanic ecosystem exists. And in the aerial way, that is in the atmosphere, in the free environment, what is there? This arboreal ecosystem is there, right? Now, all these three ecosystems, though they are exist completely independent of each other. Like terrestrial ecosystem, it is completely independent. Oceanic ecosystem, completely separate entity. And the arboreal, it is again completely separate entity. But still, they are interconnected with each other. Okay, they are interconnected with each other. And all these three ecosystems, they are nothing but they are exist in a biosphere. Okay, they are exist in a biosphere. So for this terrestrial ecosystem, what is required? Water is required, soil is required, okay, through which it is going to synthesize the food material. Gases are also required. So lithosphere, hydrosphere and the atmosphere is required for sustaining life on the lithosphere, right? All the three components are required for sustaining life on the earth, right? Now here in this case, for the aquatic or oceanic ecosystem, though it is exist in the ocean, no doubt, exist in the hydrosphere completely, but still for its existence, what it requires, gases are required, micronutrients are required, abiotic factors, that is habitat, water is required, right? Even nutrients are required, okay? Even radiations are also partly required. Light is required for them, no? Sunlight is required, no? This See, these zooplankton, they come to water surface during the daytime, that is during the sunlight, and they go back to the night time. So similarly, it is also observed amongst the higher aquatic organisms. So they require, gases are required for them. That is, the atmosphere is important for them, right? So soil is also important. So for every form of the life, these three components, they are essential. Say, next example is the arboreal ecosystem, that is the plant ecosystem. Okay, so whatever birds they exist on this arboreal ecosystem, they don't require soil, they don't require water. Is it like that? No, they require soil, they require the water. Soil for what? Whatever grains, whatever food material that will grow through the soil by utilizing the abiotic component of the soil, right? And that grown food material or byproduct of the plant will going to feed by this one, okay? So for sustaining life on the planet earth, the biosphere is important, okay? And the biosphere, it forms by the three entities: atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere, right? Okay, so dear students, with this, the maintaining harmony of the life, maintaining the you can say harmony of the plant or environment is in our hand, right? How we use the resources, whether we are going to exploit them. If you exploit the resources, this harmony will going to disturb. If you disturb any one of the biosphere or any one of the sphere, that is atmosphere, lithosphere or hydrosphere, the life on the earth will be again in the danger, right? So we have to take care of our environment like we take care of our child, we take care of our parent. Okay, with this I am saying thank you so much for listening this lecture.